Hi guys, if anyone is watching, I have pretty much ballsed up a live chat, so I'm sure you'll come on in a minute. Just give me a shout when you're here, guys, and I will start answering questions. Who's all here? Just make sure you put Aman Verma. Good to see you, buddy. We'll just wait for people to join. I just need to post a link again on Facebook. EME on now on YouTube. So I've just got to repost this because I ballsed up with the last link. So I'm just putting this about YouTube. I will be one more second and then I will go straight into doing questions and answers. Sorry about this, guys. Just putting this in the chat. This link to the live DME. Perfect. So guys, good for you to attend, or thank you very much for attending. It is good to see some of you guys there. Zishan, Wahid Hassan, Aman Verma. So I'm just going to do live questions and answers because we're all bored, stuck at home, and a lot of you guys out there will have signed up for the free SEO course, and sadly with the free SEO course I can't answer everyone's questions personally, but this is the perfect opportunity for you to get your questions answered. So well, let's go for it. Robdinio Gaming, Craig, hope you're well, all good here. Do Google still favour exact match domain names over other domain names? The answer to that would be not as much as they used to. I think there's still a slight favour involved, but it used to be the case probably 5 or 6 years ago that you used to be able to buy the perfect domain name and put a page of content up, and very quickly it would rank. Sadly, they have given that less weight. And exact match domain names are not, having the same results that they once did. That doesn't mean you don't get any benefit whatsoever. So exact match domain names still can work in your favour, but it just does take a little bit more time and effort and a bit of link building and everything else, which makes the whole thing a bit more of a pain in the ass. So sadly, that is the answer to that one. Aman Verma, where you uploaded the course. If you go to my website, which is craigcampbellseo.com, you will be able to see the second last post on the newsfeed where it says free SEO course. Just follow the links there and you will be able to jump on and sign up for that. There's quite a lot of stuff there. Satyayat, how to make money online. You're a student from India, please suggest me. There's lots of ways of making money online. Affiliate marketing, SEO, web design. It really comes down to you and your skills and your knowledge. I can't tell you what you're good at. But there is no such thing as free, quick, easy money online. You have to have some form of skills, whether that be really good at content writing and do tutorials or product reviews or whatever it might be, but you are going to have to figure out what you're good at. It's not a case of just asking someone, what's good to do online. Sadly, that is not how it works. And you're going to have to put a bit of time and effort into something. And whether that's you being good at SEO, whether that's you being good at content, you can fill the gaps using other people. But you are going to have to figure out what you're good at. Quantum 1966. With Amazon associates cutting commission drastically, where would you recommend new affiliates go now? So Quantum, on the Amazon affiliates, it's very painful. I've got a lot of friends that have Amazon websites, and they're all feeling that pinch, so to speak. But Amazon's the laziest way you can go as an affiliate. There's plenty of opportunities out there where you can go to private affiliates, you can go to affiliate networks, you can do a whole bunch of stuff and get a lot more commission. What I used to do was buy Amazon affiliate websites and then monetize them differently. So if I've got a sports website, I could have went to Dickey Sports out in America and monetized it that way, and the commissions were double what Amazon were paying. So, I think anything other than Amazon, it really depends what you're selling. There's lots of private affiliate deals out there, though. Just Google your niche and affiliates. For example, if it's the pet niche, there is a lot of people jumping onto Chewy. That's the answer to that one. Zishan Shahid, how much time to get top ranking in a GMB local pack? Some claim 14 days is right. It really comes down to competition. Someone probably has done it in 14 days. But you would need to have been really lucky getting all your citations, name, address, and postcode and everything else indexed. It must have been a real weak market for it to happen in 14 days. It would normally take a month or two for that to happen. How to start SEO for beginners? Well, Biswas, you can do my free SEO course. It is pretty much a start for starters, and it's got a lot of advanced stuff as well, but it even shows you how to buy a domain name, so it really does go into real basic stuff. Satyat, is blogging still profitable in 2020? Yes, if you blog about the right thing and you drive traffic to it, if you're getting traffic. But yeah, that is still profitable as long as you're able to blog about something sensible and you can stick out from the crowd. Avocat, when doing rank and rent, do you get a GMB or only a website? Both. Some people rank and rent local websites, so you'd need to set up a GMB and make sure you're able to drive traffic using the Google My Business listings and stuff like that. So yeah, you can get a GMB as well as a website. You're going to get more traffic. Hi, Robert Portillo. Good to see you here. Chris Palmer, do I feel traffic CTR are becoming the new backlinks? Yes, very much so. Now, let me show you something, actually. So, today, I have been actively promoting the fact that I've been giving the free SEO course away again. So, I've opened it up to everyone. Now, I've not built a single backlink, and I've not done anything other than post that my free SEO course is available for an extended period. Now, I'm in page 2, halfway up page 2. I was actually at the top of page 3 about 2 hours ago. So click-through rate, and I've had over 1,000 people sign up in the last couple of hours. What I'm doing is landing them on my website, then they can click on the link to sign up for the free course. So click-through rate and traffic, 100% using that example there, is moving the needle. And I've not built a single backlink to that page at all. So click-through rate and user engagement signals are very, very powerful. And if I can rank for free SEO course without building a single backlink, now I know that my website in general has backlinks, and it's relatively powerful, but for me, the user engagement signals, Chris, are outrageously powerful, and probably underutilized by a lot of people. And what I'm trying to do even here, building a engagement on YouTube or whatever to try and funnel that into the website or whatever it's going to be, is all about user engagement and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm all over it. Bipal, I'm taking your free course and having a great time. Some people say put only one header, one tag in a page. So Bipal, I'll tell you something. I only use header 2 tags. I don't use header 1 tags at all. And I'll tell you the reason why. Someone once said, and it could be a whole lot of bullshit, to be honest, someone once said that Google no longer credits an H1 tag with as much power as it used to because people overuse them. So I use a whole bunch of H2 tags. It doesn't do me any harm. So there you go. Quantum, I have a good local business website that ranks well. It has a blog about the subject area. Would it harm my business if I affiliate the blog? Absolutely not, Quantum. Absolutely not. If you're going to add some affiliate, obviously it would have to be relevant affiliate, but yeah, no danger at all in harming your rankings by monetizing your blog whatsoever. We would all be stuffed because essentially most people's affiliate websites are blogs, so we'd all be stuffed if we started making money from them. Is it true? So Aman is asking, is it true that Google ranks Blogger first quicker than WordPress? I've not seen any evidence of that. I would imagine that Google may slightly give preference to things that they own, but I've never really seen a Blogger website rank that well, if I'm being honest. There probably is one or two that people can pull out the bag, but I think the fact that WordPress is a platform used by probably more than 50% of websites worldwide would suggest that that is not the case. So I would always go for WordPress over Blogger, purely because I've got full ability to do everything I need to do, including site speed and all that kind of stuff. Blogger's obviously off the shelf and it's Google's platform, and I don't want to be spending my hard-earned cash, time and money putting content onto Google's platform. I want it on my platform where it's going to make me money. And if I want to move, then I can take it with me. So probably a bit like owning your own house or renting. I'd rather own it if I could. So hopefully that answers. Chris Palmer, get the timing down for affiliate jacking is what I'm focusing. Someone who talks my language, Chris Palmer. We probably should have a beer somewhere and talk about shit. Yeah. Yeah, affiliate jacking is probably not for this audience. They probably don't even know. Some might know what it means, but yeah, I'm all over stuff like that and seeing what things I can actually I just don't like doing it the normal way. It's more fun doing it your way, Chris. So yeah. Ankit, namaste. Good to see you, brother. I seem to have a big Indian following and I need to learn to be able to say hello back. So I will work on that. Quantum 1966, what is my favourite single malt? Believe it or not, I'm not a huge whiskey fan. Prefer vodka, if I'm honest. Not sure why. I just don't like the taste or the smell of whiskey. It just it burns your mouth. So I'm more of a vodka guy, if I'm being honest. Ciroc vodka is my preferred choice. Experimental Raoul, sir, is Uber Suggest reliable for keyword reliable? I'm going to assume you said reliable for keyword research. Uber Suggest not something I have done too much research on. but I'm pretty sure it's fine. You know, it's Neil. I think that's Neil Patel's. I'm not sure, but I personally use SEMrush. You know, they all get their kind of data from the same sources. However, if Uber suggest is Neil Patel's, I'm not sure he's giving it away for free. I'm not sure the depth of that data, how it can possibly be any better than anything else out there. But I might be wrong, not dismissing it, but it's just not something I've done too much research into. Tech Jackie, does disavowing really work? I've been testing it for over 2 months now and still no effect on one of my testing website, which is full of spammy links. Yes, and you know, any of the instances where I've had to disavow stuff, I've certainly seen an increase in rankings thereafter. But you know, I'm not sure what you're disavowing. I would normally disavow in stages. I wouldn't just disavow everything at once because you may, you know, cause problems or whatever. But disavowing, as far as, you know, my own testing goes, then it works very well. And yeah, I would do it. Definitely do it. Chris Palmer. Wait a minute, I've just missed the question. So, Alcan just finished watching SEO Spring Training. Would you say that press releases like Quantum offer any benefits when all of my clients are in Germany? I mean, if you're in Germany, you probably want to try and get something similar in Germany rather than using Quantum. That would be my thing. So, you know, anything that's available out there, what you want to do is make sure that you get it in the right geographic location that you're operating in. So, I mean, I'm sure they would help in some way, driving traffic and you know, building some power. But overall, you probably want to make sure that you focus a bit more in Germany and try and get something similar out there. Chris Palmer again, another man with a cartoon face like I had. What merchant do you recommend for mass payments coming in? This is up for very much debate, Chris. I used to use PayPal, but PayPal are absolute dicks. At the moment, we're using Stripe, but they've all got their faults, and PayPal's the worst, to be honest. You know, they just, you know, hold your money and stuff like that for random things and make you jump through hoops. So probably Stripe for now, Chris. That's what I'm working with just now. So yeah, I would stick with that. I'm going to stick with that for now. I don't see there being much better out there. It's a pain in the ass. They've all got their flaws, but as I say, Stripe for me. Ankit, thank you very much for the kind words. Glad you're enjoying the course. Guys, while you're watching this, I really want to bulk up my YouTube channel. So if anyone wants to like, subscribe to this video, it would be very much appreciated. I'm trying to build up stuff on here as well. And I will share my tips and everything on how to do YouTube stuff later on once I figure it all out perfectly for myself. Azad Abumaman, I will reply to your email later. I'm going to just call you Azad. There is, I answered this one earlier on, there is better options than Amazon. Amazon is for one way of monetization. There's plenty of other people out there who are, you know, offering much better commissions and treat you a lot better. So look for a private affiliate. Just Google your niche and then affiliate and figure something out. There are plenty of other alternative affiliate options out there. Amazon are just greedy and the commissions were always garbage anyway. And they've just shown what they really are by cutting people's commissions in the middle of this pandemic, which is absolutely horrendous from them. So anything other than Amazon is good, but there's lots of private affiliate deals out there, so just do your research. It's the best way to do it. John writes, what's your thoughts on creative website program reviews using auto-generated content based on data? What I find the pro of this is the data can be accurate when you update the back-end data points. It's difficult, John, for me to answer that because it's not something I've actually tried. I'm sure the data is accurate, and obviously when you're going to do reviews, accurate data is going to help. But auto-generated content, I mean, auto-generated content can work in very, uncompetitive markets, but I'm probably not in a good position to answer that as such, because it's not something I've actually tried, John. But, I think it can work. There's certain instances where people say it can work. But with what you're doing, website program reviews, I would imagine that's a competitive market and the content would need to be unique. Chris Palmer is in the do not disavow camp for whoever asked that question earlier. So everyone's entitled to their opinion, and Chris, I'm sure, has his reasons for that. So yeah, do more research, see what the general public are saying. So 2 seconds. I'm just scrolling back up because I think I've missed a couple of things. So Raja Ajmal, I'm using Ahref and grabbing keywords from a competitor's website, and I obtained 45 commercial keywords and UberKey to find more as our same and all competitors. Start writing content to target those keywords. Content. Get it all on your website. It's the most important thing. So make sure that you just target keywords properly on your website and smash as much of it out as you possibly can. Experimental. And is dot extension markers and ranking? I'm assuming you're probably talking about the domain extension, and does it matter? Yes, things like .london, .digital, and all that. I personally feel that they're harder to rank. So I don't think there's anything wrong with a good .com, other than the fact that everyone's grabbed all of the good ones. But yeah, I think having a domain extension, for example, if you're in Germany, a .de, of course, will work if you're in Germany. But, it depends on your target audience. But I think there's a lot of vanity domain extensions. You've got .scot for Scotland. I've never seen one of them rank. So I think, you can go with your country's domain extension, and you obviously still do very, very well. But I think the other side of that coin is those vanity ones, which I don't believe are very useful from an SEO point of view. Hopefully that answers that. Raja, 45 easy to rank keywords. Where you smash the content out there, quite easy to go after a lot of long tail keywords. So you should be able to crack that out and get some traffic very, very quickly. Sean Lewis, what are your thoughts on article comments? Do relevant comments add to the content or dilute the page's SEO, in your opinion? I am not a huge fan of it. Wouldn't be a strategy that I would use, article comments. I know people still believe they work very, very well because they are going to pass link juice. I wouldn't say they add to the content. I would say they dilute the link juice, if anything, on there. I think Google's clever enough to understand what's a comment and what's the main body of an article. Although Google's not that clever, they are probably clever enough to be able to figure that one out. Ubaid. When we see competition manually in the SERPs, we have to see all in title keyword, or directly type the keyword into Google and then see the domain and page authority. So to see your competition manually on the search engines, just Google the keyword and you'll see where your competition rank. If you want to go through and check the page authority, backlink profile, or anything else, then you can use a tool like SEMrush or Ahrefs to start reverse engineering that stuff. You'd only really use, if you're wanting to see multiple pages of that client, that particular person ranking, you would start doing all in title keyword searches and stuff like that. But just Google them and see where they're positioned, and that's it. And then just start going through your tools to establish what they're doing to get there. This question really is annoying, because publicly I've said a million times you'll have access for at least 6 months. I have put that out on the course, the very first thing you read on the course. I've also put that out for other people to see in social media. I'm not sure why people keep asking me that. I'm going to give it out for the foreseeable future, but I think people out there want me to say it's forever and you're going to get all future updates forever. Sadly, with a free SEO course, it does still cost me to host it. And as long as it's helping people, I'm quite happy to leave it up there. But essentially, the course is going to go out a date in 6 months' time or a year's time. And at that point, I'm going to take it down because I'm not wanting people to think I'm condoning the use of, tactics that are no longer working. So when I decide that the course goes down, it goes down for that reason. I won't be updating it again. All future updates will all be put out for free on YouTube. I have no plans whatsoever to release another course and sell it to people. I will be drip feeding different videos and different topics all over this YouTube channel. So as I say, like and subscribe the channel and you'll be kept up to date. I'm not doing another course because people steal courses and it's very hard to maintain and keep them up to date. So I think a YouTube channel and doing live question and answers is the way forward for me. And you also don't have to pay for anything. It's free value. So that's the way I'm going with that. Stripe for the win, John Wright. Yep, 100% agreed. There is no good provider, but I'll keep looking. Chris Palmer, you only use disavow when you get manual actions. Do you agree? Well, I had a partial penalty and I'd done a disavow because someone was trying to negative SEO one of my websites. I mean, I'm not going to sit and do disavows for the sheer hell of it. If I think someone's doing something no good to my website, I would jump in and disavow all the garbage. I wouldn't wait for a partial penalty because that happened quite recently and I've not seen a lot of partial or manual penalties in recent years. So I would try and beat them to, try and fight fire with fire, if you like. So I would start disavowing if I felt I was under some form of attack. But I would not be disavowing just for the sheer hell of someone suggesting that disavowing is a good thing to do or something like that. Yeah, hopefully that goes along with what you would do. Can you talk about hiding what works from the competition? Got me thinking. To my money sites, I only have one tier 1 branded IFTT, which collects all the links anyway to disavow. I think in terms of disavowing and stuff like that, you can't. I think you're saying disallow robots in Blogger and Tumblr because you don't own those websites and don't have access to the full works there. Then you're unable to disallow the bots to getting onto those websites. So it's not. You can only do that to something you 100% have control over. You don't have that control over Blogger, Tumblr, or any other Web 2.0. So you wouldn't be able to do that, sadly. John Wright. It is accurate. The date you write it, but after 2 years, those data points need to be updated. I would go in and change the dates, John. No problem at all. I do that on my own website anyway. Just freshness of content and stuff like that. I'll just go in and update a post and change the date. Not to last updated. I just change the date. I can't be bothered doing anything else. Aman Verma. How did I learn SEO? Doing a lot of mistakes, Aman. I started out a long time ago, and it wasn't really SEO as such. I spent probably the best part of 5 years going around in circles, believing all the wrong guys and doing all sorts of crappy strategies that didn't work. I've tried everything to cheat and win. So probably 5-year apprenticeship of breaking and blowing everything up. Is how I learned SEO, and it cost me a lot of money, and I was very, very poor at the time. But I think practice makes perfect, and I eventually somehow figured some of it out and do okay now. Mathin, I didn't actually see your question, mate. Could you please post it again and I will get to it? Zishan Shahid, what's the best practice for business to consumer e-commerce website? Which SEO should we do? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Zishan. Like, SEO is SEO, regardless of whether it's for the products are for business to consumer or business to business. You're still going to need content links, technical SEO, and all of that stuff. So there's not a specific type of SEO that you should do as such. SEO is SEO, and just do the best practices there. Blogging 1,000 per day. Competitors are using GSA blasting my blog to outrank me in the long term. How to secure myself with disavow or any other thing? I mean, if someone's blasting you with GSA, I would recommend that you do disavow up some of the garbage. However, I think Google are quite clever in the fact that they can kind of just ignore those links and stuff like that. You're just really going to have to be careful you don't get a partial or a manual penalty, and hope that the competitors get fed up doing it. But it's GSA blasts is not really negative SEO. That's just spam, and I think Google is clever enough to kind of counter that. If someone was using toxic PBNs and pointing them towards your website and stuff, then I'd be more concerned. But GSA blasts, I wouldn't be too worried just yet, but I would probably try and keep on top of it in some way. Aman Verma, what is link building and why does it matter? Now, I'm not really going to answer that in too much detail because it's a very big subject, and you're probably better Googling link building. But link building is a very, very strong ranking factor when it comes to Google, and you need to do it. Everyone else is doing it, so that's why it matters. You have to do what works, and link building at present is working very well. You need to build good quality, relevant links to your website. However you choose to get them, whether it's guest posts, PBNs, expired domain names, white hat outreach, or whatever you do, is entirely up to you. And in terms of the strategy you use, but you'd have to Google backlink guides or something. There's tons of them online, but it's a very, very deep topic. So too much to go into in too much depth on a question and answers, unfortunately. Tech Jackie, does Google Drive Stack still work in 2020? But people will argue yes. It's not a tactic that I use, to be honest. Never have done, just never believed it. Just think it's just, of course, Google are going to pass weight and stuff to their own entities and stuff like that. And obviously people are stacking there and they might pass some form of value, but I think Google again are probably quite onto that kind of tactic, and it's just never been one that I've really had to resort to. I'd probably build PBNs and do other aggressive strategies rather than that. Vikram, can we sell the course on our website direct with the help of SEO without branding or customer journey mapping? Does user will buy? Vikram, I think in this day and age, your brand and your identity and persona online are what helps sell an SEO course. And, I'm not sure if just ranking well for it would be enough for people to buy it, but it really depends on the price point. I think people will buy anything if it's cheap enough. But I think, obviously having a brand and building up trust and authority within the industry certainly go a long way to helping sell an SEO course if that's what you choose to do. But why would someone come and buy your course and not buy the 100 other courses that are out there? That's where you have to work in the brand. You're going to have to give something away for free at some point to demonstrate your knowledge, and then maybe in the future someone will buy a course. But I think it would be very hard to just sell while being relatively unknown. But you could be the most famous guy in the world. I'm not sure, but But if you've got a brand and you're trusted, then of course you can sell an SEO course. But without branding, I think you're in trouble. And Chris Palmer, we can definitely do that. We'll definitely do one of those talks in the near future, because it's very much up my street. I just need to find guys that like also talking about it. Last question. Have you saw success with machine code, stringing and traffic? I've been testing to low success compared to traffic CTR alone. My stance. I'm going to sit in the fence with that answer just now, Chris, because I'm trying something just now which claims to be doing a good job for the first part of it. Obviously in terms of traffic and CTR and everything else, for me, what I'm trying to do is use YouTube, paid ads, micro workers and things like that to try and manipulate that CTR. But there's something else that I'm testing just now, and I'm not going to say what it is just at this stage because I don't want to fill people's heads full of garbage that may or may not work. But with machine code, stringing, traffic, I'm going to sit in the fence with that one. I have been playing around with it for a few weeks, and I'm still undecided as to whether it's good or not. And I've actually got it running on that computer just now, and I'm going to be playing about. And then I'll give you a shout and let you know a proper answer on that one. But yeah, I'm not so sure. Still in the early stages of my testing with that. So I will let you know, buddy. Side, please add subtitle into your SEO course videos. Side, it's quite rude actually. The language that I'm speaking is English, and I'm not going to spend probably tens of thousands of pounds subtitling an SEO course so that you can understand it. It's your job to figure out and understand it, and I can't change my mother tongue, and I'm not going to apologise for speaking with a strong accent. In the same way that if someone from your country was talking on a video, I'm not going to sit there and say I can't understand him. I would try my best to understand him. I would translate it. I would do whatever. Or just don't do the course, mate. If you can't understand it, don't do it. But I will certainly not be adding subtitles to a free course to suit you. So that's my answer on that one side. Quite rude of you. I may actually consider just kicking you off the course for that cheek. So side Zane Uden. I'm just going to type a note of that. Zane Uden. Because, as I say, there's always something, someone's got something to say. You give away a free course and some idiots get something like that to say. It's really, garbage. Other people in your country can understand it, so open your ears. Zishan Shahid. No problem at all. Blogging 1,000 per day. So what is the tool I'm using for this overlay? So I'm using a software called StreamYard, STREAM, yard.com. And that allows me to just click on the questions and they automatically come up under the chat. So it's relatively cheap, and I use it for a lot of different webinars and podcast recordings and stuff like that. So you can get that, and it is very cost effective. Matan, I'm a fresher to digital marketing world. Which skills will be very important and the best combination to succeed blog and affiliate, Facebook and Insta? Mathan, there's lots of different answers here. You can be super rich doing Facebook and Insta. You could be super rich just being a YouTuber. You could be super rich doing blog and affiliates. It really, again, comes down to your skills and your expertise and your persona and your personality and everything. There's guys out there who make millions of pounds promoting stuff on YouTube, and there's also young kids, opening presence and stuff on YouTube and make lots of money. So there is no real best combination. You need to use your skills and figure out the best combination for you, rather than trying to find the best combination that suits me, because I don't know you personally. You might not have the personality or the fun factor to be a YouTuber, but you may be an amazing Instagram guy or whatever, because you don't need your voice as such on Instagram. So you need to figure out your own personality. But, online, regardless of what combination you use, there's plenty of opportunities to make a lot of money on there. You just have to figure out what you enjoy doing as well. Don't write blogs if you don't like blogging. Get someone else to do that. You can outsource that side of the business or whatever. So, figure out what you're good at, mate, and hopefully, if you do enjoy it, then you can obviously take that up to the next level and make money online. Clown, he is that, Chris. Yeah, I get faced with people like that all the time, and it's just really annoying that people would even have the audacity to ask for subtitles. I know I'm Scottish, and I know it's not the easiest accent to understand, guys, but as I say, for me to add subtitles to a training course with 153 or 154 modules just to suit a couple of guys who can't understand the language for free. It's free. So madness. Anyway, blogging 1,000 per day. How to get updated in the blogging digital marketing industry. Any forums, places recommended by you? So there's a lot of different places that I go to now. Obviously, this YouTube channel, so like and subscribe, everyone. And I think Facebook groups are really good. There's plenty of them. SEO Signals Lab, I've got my own group. There's lots of different groups out there with a lot of useful information. I think also going out and networking, going to conferences and stuff like that are really, really good as well. I find a lot of value when I go to a conference and meet other people, even at the bar, having a beer, just exchanging ideas with people. Like Chris Palmer, for example, sit watching just now. I could probably bump into Chris, whatever, have a beer, and we would both have massive value just sitting down for an hour having a beer. And I would come away with a hell of a lot. And I'm sure he would come away with a hell of a lot, which is why he's saying we should sit down and have a beer. So you go out and there's, guys all over the world who are doing stuff who are not necessarily sat on YouTube telling you what they're doing. So you need to just dig around and find out who's doing what and network and all that kind of stuff. Because Chris is obviously going to be attracted to something I'm saying, because he probably realizes that we do similar stuff. And it's really important for me to network with Chris, because I don't know everything. Chris is probably doing tests that I'm not doing, and vice versa. So it's great to share experiences with other people. Forums, I'm not so sure about. Forums used to be good back in the day. I don't personally go on any forums at the moment. I'm more Facebook and liaison, with people at conferences, and I've got quite a lot of friends in the digital marketing community, and I try and make sure that I do talk to as many people as I possibly can. Quazim, SEO tips for your YouTube channel. What I would say, Quazim, is make sure your on page and your YouTube are on point. But equally, what I was talking about earlier with Chris is that user engagement is the most important thing in a YouTube channel. So making sure that people like, subscribe, comment, interact, watch, and do all of that stuff with your YouTube channel are signals that are going to make your rankings increase. Bots don't really work, so you're going to have to devise other ways to get real traffic and real people onto your YouTube channel. Those user engagement signals are the key part of the whole thing. Blogging 1,000 per day. Where to buy PBNs confidently? I wouldn't. Anyone publicly selling PBNs are not worth using. Guest posts from linksforyou.com is a good place to start. they are guest posts. So buying PBNs from other people, you really are taking a risk. Build your own PBNs if you want to do the job properly. But it's PBNs it's one of those ones. People build PBNs and sell links on them, but they don't keep them clean. They leave footprints all over the place, and they eventually get penalised, as do you. And it's not a good long-term strategy. Cheng Feng He, do you think building affiliate sites from expired domain names is risky? What do you do if the expired domain doesn't work for some reason? Start another site and redirect. So I use a tool called spamzilla.io when I'm looking for expired domain names. And it's obviously got a spam checker. So, of course, buying an expired domain name that has been used and abused previously is risky because it might not work. It might be blacklisted. It's, going to have a problem. So I wouldn't then just start another website in 301 redirect. I would use the right tools to do the right research to make sure that any expired domain name I was buying was clean, so that I don't have to do the rest of that process. But yeah, it's that's what I'd recommend. So that's spamzilla.io for that particular tool. Quantum, no worries, enjoy. Jaroslav, I love your content. Best no bullshit advice. How are you coping with Amazon slashing their commissions? So Jaroslav, you're also from Glasgow. Good to see. I know you're obviously not a native Glaswegian, but good to see another Glaswegian guy in here. So in terms of Amazon slashing their commissions, it has been a pain in the ass. I only had 2 Amazon websites anyway because the commissions are always very small. I've always preferred affiliate deals from the likes of SEMrush or various other SaaS tool providers because the commissions are like 40% rather than 5% that Amazon were given on average. I do have a couple of Amazon websites, and of course, that is going to be problematic. And the only way, and I have answered it earlier, is to switch them over to another private affiliate. So if you've got a pet website, for example, there's affiliates out there like Chewy who will pay you double what Amazon will pay you. So Amazon's the lowest form of affiliate marketing. It's for lazy people who don't want to look elsewhere and don't want to negotiate deals with other affiliates. So I think this will give everyone a kick up the ass and make them go out there and get better deals for themselves, because you can look at Amazon and you can generate £30,000 worth of sales for them, and they'll pay you what, $1,000. It's just garbage, just absolute garbage. So you're not getting value for money for your skills, and they do not deserve to have affiliates like us. So get rid of them, go somewhere else, and go to another private affiliate, and hopefully Amazon suffer as a result, because it's terrible that they've done that. It's such a critical time, with the coronavirus and everything else. So yeah, there you go. But blogging 1,000 per day, secret affiliates which I personally loved, which are not common and highly profitable. That's a very, very naughty question. To be honest, there's no secret affiliates as such. What you're looking for is up-and-coming SaaS tool providers, new technology providers. They're always paying high commissions, and they're not always that common. So, as I say, I've always stuck to that type of business. As I say, SEMrush pay 40% recurring monthly. But, there's new tools popping up all the time, and they're paying a lot of money because they affiliate, getting other people to sell the stuff is a perfect business model for them, and they'll give you good money for it. So just dig around and do that. So I've answered that one. There's a lot of competition in 2020. So sometimes I quit all of that because of how we will beat those old and good sites. We don't know. Give us something, beginning tips. Man, there's lots of beginner tips on there. You can't have that mindset where you can't compete with other people. Because there's a lot of competition out there doesn't mean there's a lot of good SEO out there, and believe it or not, there's a lot of shit SEO out there. 90% of SEOs are lazy, and the 10% that do, the 10% that do have the willingness to work, probably only 3% of them know what they're doing. So there's not actually that much competition out there in the world. A lot of people, but not a lot of good SEO. So get off that mindset. You can compete. You can make money. Beginners can make money. So, and the next guy, Yasir Rashid. Yes, I remember you. Oh man, what was I'm not even going to say your business name, but it was a pest control website. I know that. I remember you very well. And I have seen your website trying to rank for SEO Glasgow and stuff like that. And you were doing well. So don't think I haven't noticed Yasir. So, man, Yasir came to me for training a few years ago and probably knew little to nothing about SEO and can now rank. And, as far as I was led to believe, Yasir had a little agency and stuff like that. So, yeah, if he can do it, anyone can do it. So, no disrespect to Yasir, by the way, but if you can turn from doing a day job to learning SEO and then being able to monetize it, then anyone can. So, that is a compliment for you, Yasir, in some way. Have I tried GoPBN or a similar service for shuffling up my hosting accounts? GoPBN, I used to use a few years ago. Personally, I think there were slight problems with them. My websites were always going down and various other things. One of my biggest costs was hosting, and that's because I just use normal hosting people. There is no great PBN host out there that I'm aware of yet. So, but GoPBN, in theory, being able to host your accounts and the platform that they had, and it's actually a good friend of mine that owns them, Udit Goenka. But I just felt that sometimes my websites had a 500 error and stuff like that, and it probably wasn't the right time. It was probably launched too early and had a lot of bugs, but it may be very well be good now, but I'm just stuck in my ways and I'm not going to change from the more costly way, just because my PBNs make money and they are affiliate websites and stuff as well. So I'm not keen on changing. Supercar Savers, good channel, Craig. Been in e-commerce and SEO since 2000. Finding that expired domain names are often dead ducks, regardless of backlink profile. If they've been dropped, no traffic, agree or disagree. So for me, what works is an expired, anything with no traffic isn't really going to serve a purpose anymore. So, if you're going to use an expired domain name, I would repurpose it and try and get some of that traffic back, and then figure out what's going to happen from there. But something that has no traffic is not going to pass much value. It's what you do with that expired domain name to then pass that value. It can be very hit or miss with just a 301 redirect using an expired domain name. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But using an expired domain name that has no traffic is not really going to pass any value just now. I think that method's kind of dying off, and you would need to, repopulate the old website and try and get some of the traffic back, and then assess what you're going to do if you can get those metrics built back up, and then you can repurpose the website for whatever you want to do with it. Reddit traffic is sweet. It is that. Don't tell him everything, Chris. Don't tell him everything. Shh. I'm only kidding. COVID-19 YouTube channel grow, but earning decrease. Not sure what that means. I'm just trying to grow my channel. I'm not sure about COVID-19 or earnings decreasing. But help others. I'm following your course and content is good, but yes, I also find it a bit difficult to catch your accent. It's very tough. He asked for a subtitle now because many courses have subtitles. I get that you're trying to stick up for your friend there. I gave away the course for free. as I say, the course is probably 6 months old and it doesn't have subtitles. And for me to put that on, it's just not feasible. So as I say, apologies if you can't understand it. I don't understand every language out there either. And yeah, it is what it is. But I ain't going to be doing subtitles. It's relatively simple and straightforward. And if no one likes it, then they don't have to watch it. So whilst I appreciate your feedback, I can't change my native tongue. It is what it is. Manas, I'm a fresher in this field. Oh. And I know from you that which is the best-selling my online course. I'm not sure what that question was. Is there any charity programs by you? Because I really need bucks. Charity starts at home, man. Charity starts at home. But yeah, I don't have any charity programs. You're just going to have to blog or figure out an affiliate deal or something. Plenty of bucks out there. Just got to work hard for it. Yasir, yes, I'm glad I helped open your eyes, mate, and gave you a kickstart into the world. And obviously, you've done something with it, mate. It's what people do with that information, and further go and research and develop themselves. I think a lot of people expect it to all be handed in a plate, but I think if you can give someone a good foundation, and then they've got the ability to dig deep and learn and develop and read between the lines and have the balls to go for it as well, is where you're going to see success. And I think someone like yourself has done that. So fair play to you, man. It's the way forward, and you've done very well. So hats off to you. Put your money where your mouth was and went for it. So good luck. Supercar Savers, Go PBN is unreliable and it's a pain to remove sites from there and rebuild them. I kind of agree. Unfortunately, I do agree with it. I've not used Go PBN for a number of years, but it was fairly unreliable at that point for me as well. So yeah, as I say, I'm probably crazy spending way too much money on that, but it is what it is. I'm still going to continue to answer questions. There seems to be quite a lot of people here. For anyone who is here, can you please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel as well, because I want to make sure that I continue to grow the channel. It's really important to me that I continue to grow the channel and get the likes and subscribers so that I can keep offering free information out there for all of you guys. So please do like and subscribe. I know lots of you are watching and I've only had 19 likes. So please, please, please do me that favor and make sure that you do like and subscribe, because it would mean the world to me and it will encourage me to do a hell of a lot more of them as well. But on to the questions. Again, experimental. How these tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs gets data for the keyword research. So they use something called clickstream data, something that actually costs a lot of money. And clickstream data is where all of the money is at, all of the data is at. So they are paying a lot of money for that data to be able to give you it, and that's why they obviously have to charge for the data. And a lot of people complain, oh, SEMrush or these tools cost money. They've got to pay for that data. Free tools can't offer you that in-depth data, so you have to make sure that you you understand that, and that's why these people are charging the price that they charge, and it is all down to that data. So it is insane, but we do want the best data we can. How would you go about getting speaking gigs with more public time in the industry? Keep asking questions, Chris. I'm more than happy to ask questions. It's not a bother at all. Anyone else got questions, make sure you ask them. and we'll see what happens. So speaking gigs, getting them is quite hard. So I think you have to start with local meetups and stuff like that. And I think you've got to build a reputation, because no one's going to put you in a big stage out there without you having any kind of credibility or anything like that. So if you do a couple of, local speaking gigs and you drop some top knowledge bombs, then you are very, very quickly going to get a hell of a lot more going on. So that is the way I done it. You have to suck a few eggs and make sure that you deliver the knowledge, and then speaking gigs will be queuing up for you. I get asked constantly, can you speak here? Can you speak there? And because people like no bullshit and they can see that I'm passionate about what I do, I might not be the best SEO in the world. I'm probably up there though, but I'm only kidding. But I think you can see that, in terms of knowledge and hunger and desire and everything else, it's all there. And I think that transpires into me getting good speaking opportunities. But there's not a lot of good speakers out there, Chris. So I think, if something you were passionate about and you wanted to do, there's hundreds of opportunities out there. Supercar savers, turn comments on for your videos. Some of them are audio gold. I'm going to do that. The reason that I wasn't doing it previously was because people just post rude things on there. They're always moaning or bitching or something, and I'm over it now, but it used to really annoy me, and that was the reason I didn't have it. So I'm going to change that though, and allow people the opportunity to interact, question, and all that kind of stuff. How did I get so many live watchers all of a sudden? I have no idea, Chris. I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck me. What I did do was posted in a lot of groups, and I've got quite a lot of people signed up to the course, over 20,000 people, and I've funneled them all into a group as well. So yeah, hopefully that's where it comes from, and that's what the purpose of doing the live AMA is. I've funneled 20,000 people from a free SEO course out with the organic social media following that I've already got, and trying to get them all onto YouTube, and make sure that my YouTube channel grows, because I want to come on and do a lot more YouTube stuff, and I want to do a lot more Ask Me Anything and stuff like that, and even get guys like yourself on where we can both, be part of this and answer questions and offer value to people. So yeah, I'm assuming it's coming from that, but we will do it for sure if you're up for it, Chris, because it would be a pleasure to have you on, and as I say, continue to grow the channel. But while everyone's there and it's all very, very hot, please like and subscribe. I want to make sure that this video does serve its purpose. Sumit Jane, hi Craig. Some people asking for providing SEO and digital marketing strategy when we apply for a job. Even sometimes I see that they don't have budget and looking for free planning strategies. So Sumit, there's people out there who will use you for a strategy and then not pay you, get rid of you or whatever. Sadly, that's just the way of the world. People are always looking for something for free. Do not give anything away for free. Make sure they pay for that strategy or they pay for something. It's really, really important that they do pay. If they don't, then they're not worth having. That's the way I see it. So you need to charge for every single last thing, even if it's a site audit right from the get-go. Charge them for it. Jaroslav, PBN hosting works good with ranking rents. Did test with 24 sites. It was 2-3 years ago. But ideally, you want to have your own setup between several hosts and registrars, pain-free. Jaroslav, that's exactly what I've got. So not the most cost-effective way, but the safest way. Experimental Raul, site based on future niche. Not sure what that means. If you could give me a wee bit more detail. Jaroslav, if you do rank and ranks in the same host registrar, they rank worse. Not talking about MapPack. Bahita, how many ways to earn through SEO? There's a lot of ways to earn through SEO. You are the driver of traffic to websites. So whether you want to run an e-commerce web store, sell SEO services, whether you want to do rank and rent, whether you want to do lead generation, whether you want to do anything at all, you hold the cards as an SEO. So I think there's a multitude of different ways. So yeah, do a bit of research and see what one suits you, mate. Chris Palmer, you've just agreed. I'm not going to forget that you've agreed to do this, buddy. So I will be looking you up and figure out what you're all about and get some knowledge bombs from you. So it will be a pleasure to get you on. Does changing hosting company make any change? Yes, if you change hosting company and you go to someone who's got a slower server, or not the right setup, then you will potentially suffer as a result of that. So make sure that you do change to a fast loading hosting company who are reliable and your website is good uptime. And yeah, so be careful. There's a lot of crap hosting companies out there. Any more questions, people? I know I've been on for an hour and 5 minutes and some of you may be getting bored. If you have any questions, put them in there. If you can kindly like and subscribe to the channel, I will be doing these more frequently. I will be doing them with other guests. Guys like Chris Palmer and various other people will all be coming on and make sure that it's not just my dulcet tones that you're listening to. We will have people from all over the world and they will be able to help with the knowledge that's going out there. Drupal or WordPress? If you're asking me, I'm a big fan of WordPress, to be honest. So yeah, it's a WordPress all day long for me. Drupal, I can't really say too bad about Drupal because I've not really delved into it too much as such. But I'm a creature of habit, Chris. So WordPress is just something I'm familiar with, and I like to stick with what I know. So yeah, if I want to ask something about SEO, how can I contact you? Can I message you on Instagram? Will you reply to me? Man, sadly, I'm not able to offer live individual support to people who've done the course. You can come on to any of the questions and answers, and I will answer as many of your questions as you like. But sadly, I'm not able to. The sheer volume of people who signed up for the course, there's over 20,000 people signed up, and a lot of those are sending me messages and asking me to look at their website specifically, and I'm not able to reply to them all, mate. It's a bot or a member of staff that reads them and cleans up my profile, so I'm not even going to see them in a lot of cases. So sadly, you're better just waiting. I will be doing several Ask Me Anythings per week, and I will have different guests. So keep your questions for that, and make sure that you like and subscribe this channel and keep up to date when the next one's on. Craigie Boy, Stuart, if a domain's been hacked but the backlink profile is clean, would you avoid it like the plague? If the backlink profile is good, I would consider testing it out. Having a hacked website and then cleaning it up doesn't mean you're going to be banned for life. So I would certainly be looking to test it out for sure. The backlink profile is good. That's what turns me on. Experimental, thank you for coming. Pankaj, what's your options in digital marketing jobs? Opinions on digital marketing jobs? I think there'll be a lot of opportunities for people to have jobs. I think more businesses are going to wake up and go online. Obviously, we've been put in lockdown until the middle of May or something like that. I can't remember, but we are going to come out of this stronger. You just have to ride out the storm, and people are still going to be going. Business is going to continue one way or another, whether it's in 2 weeks or 2 months. So there's going to be opportunities. Just try and use your time wisely just now, but there will be jobs and everything else out there after this. Arnab, commerce student can benefit from your SEO course. Yes, of course you can. Have a look at it, have a look over the modules. I'm sure there's stuff in there that will give you a lot of help. And yeah, go for it. Have a look at it and see. I can't see why it wouldn't help you. So have a look at it and hopefully you get some value from it. Summit, I am going to reply. If that was the reply to the Instagram, I don't do chats with people one-on-one. I do offer paid consultancy if someone really needs me. But in terms of free advice, I can't talk to you on a one-to-one basis on Instagram. It's just not an option for me, just with the sheer volume of people. So unfortunately, mate, I have to decline that just because I don't have enough hours in the day to offer that. Help others. I decide to start an Amazon affiliate website to practice my SEO skills. I decide to go with a low competition niche, so it's strategy, and also decide to follow a keyword golden ratio. I mean, going after long tail keywords, very specific keywords, is a great way to start off in your affiliate marketing career. You can go after low competition keywords, generate traffic, and people have affiliate websites solely based on low competition keywords. So you certainly can make a lot of money doing that. So yeah, why not? Why not? Certainly a good way to do it. Just pick long tail keywords, do your keyword research properly, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Guys, while you're here, before I go, because I will be going in 5 minutes, any last questions, put them in the chat. If you can, please like and subscribe the YouTube channel. I will be doing a lot more of these. So please do like and subscribe the YouTube channel if you don't mind. Arnab, opportunities after my SEO course. That really comes down to you, Arnab, and what direction you want to go in. But having a better understanding and more ability from an SEO point of view will give you endless opportunities of working online, whether that's as a freelancer, going and getting a job, doing affiliate, being a content writer. There's so many different things you can do. So have a look at the opportunities that are out there, and you obviously have to figure out what you're good at as well. And I'm sure after you do the course, you've probably, for me, if I was doing a course and then I, come across content writing, I'm going to go, fuck, I hate content writing, absolutely hate content writing. So I'm never going to be a content writer. And you're going to figure out things about yourself and understand yourself better as well. So do the course, figure out what you like, what you don't like. Certainly the things that you don't like, you can outsource. And yeah, that's how you find your feet and then go on and develop from there and make a lot of money online. That's the bottom line. But guys, the questions are drying up. I have been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Please finally do like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. And I will drop a hell of a lot more knowledge on YouTube. I'm strictly only going to do Ask Me Anything's on YouTube from now on in. And yeah, so like and subscribe, please. What about keyword golden ratio rule? To be honest, in my 18 years as an SEO, I've never heard of that. Never heard of a keyword golden ratio rule. Now, I know people in different countries call things different terms. There is no keyword ratio. There is no golden ratio. There is no keyword golden. There's good keywords, long tail keywords, but this keyword golden ratio rule, you write for the users. Now, I'm assuming you're going to talk about keyword ratio. How many times should the keyword be mentioned in the content? Write for the users. Do not write for the search engines. Google is clever enough to use your title tags, header tags, internal links, external links to be able to determine which keywords you're targeting. So you do not have to have a specific keyword ratio as such. Very, very old. I've not actually heard that keyword ratio mentioned for probably 10 plus years. So whatever you're reading or whoever you're getting it from, just be careful what they're telling you, because it does sound very, very dated. Supercar savers. So I'm not. I've got Ahrefs and SEMrush. I'm not going to say anything bad about Ahrefs, even though I do a lot of things with SEMrush. Personally speaking, I think it comes down to personal choice. I really like the SEMrush interface. They're both very good tools, and I think it's great for us in the SEO community to have two such great tools. I think in terms of link building and using DR is a score I use as and I've always used the Ahrefs for link building because primarily they were always known as the best backlink analyzing tool, and keyword SEMrush was always based on keyword research. Now I know the tools have evolved since then, and they both offer pretty much everything. But I just like the SEMrush interface better, to be honest. That's the thing. But both amazing tools, and I do have both. They're both part of my everyday things, and I like to compare data anyway. So what SEMrush says, obviously, I don't want to take as gospel. I like to compare it with SEMrush and see what's going on, because as we all know, sometimes when you look at data on some of these tools, questions are, you ask yourself a question, well, that doesn't look quite right. So yeah, that is the answer to that one. Sir, if possible, please tell us what you do other than SEO. Not sure what you want me to say here. Just SEO, mate. That's it. There's nothing else, nothing secret out with SEO that I do. My skills are around SEO and online businesses. No, I do own a few other things, but the skills and the monetization is all still based around SEO. So I'm using my SEO skills to make money, and whether that's owning a non-SEO business or whatever, you can do whatever suits you. So I've got my fingers in a few different pies, but SEO is what I do. SEO is what I'm good at, and SEO is what I do every day. I just do it in a different bunch of niches, and affiliate stuff and training courses and all that stuff. But yeah, I live and breathe SEO. That's my main thing. And yeah, that's it. There is no other side hustle. It's not a part-time thing. It's just pretty much full-time. And yeah, it's hard work. Adita, are backlinks dead or not? No, backlinks are not dead. SEO is not dead either. I hear a lot of people saying backlinks are dead and all that stuff. You've got to mix up your strategy. Don't solely rely on backlinks to rank well. There's lots more to it. Click-through rate, traffic, engagement, on-page, technical. You've got to have everything in place for you to do well online, in my opinion. And it's just one part of the overall process, but backlinks are obviously still very powerful. So yeah. Pankaj, how can I grab SEO knowledge like you? You're always your teacher. Pankaj, it's cost me a lot of money, a lot of failed business ventures, a lot of mistakes, a lot of pain. And I'm 40 now, so it's just time. It takes time and experience. I've been a massive failure in a lot of stuff. Yeah, it is what it is. You're just going to have to keep suffering the pain. So keep going, just keep trying, keep learning, keep testing, and you'll eventually get there. Supercar savers. We are in beta test of a Browsio rival. Ooh, Browsio. I really like Browsio for fake personas. Just a bit clunky, Browsio, slow. But do you think it will tank? Its main use is multiple persona to multiple IP for persona management. I think it's very useful. I know loads of guys who have multiple personas for a number of different reasons. So yeah, I think it's very useful to SEOs. I think click-through rate, engagement, and all of that kind of stuff is vital, whether it's for YouTube, whether it's for rankings or whatever, and fake personas and everything else come into play with that. So I think is very much of use to a certain side of the SEO industry, and people will be all over it. Browsio I have played around with for years, but I've just never ever liked it. The interface was quite clunky. It was a pain in the ass. It was always broke. So if you are building something else, I'd very much like to hear about it. So ping me a message if we're friends on Facebook or whatever. I'd love to see what you've got. And obviously I'm more than happy to help promote it as well if it's working out well. So yeah, let me know. Man Verma, thank you very much for subscribing. It's 11:43 there. Yeah, I do appreciate it's late in India. Stay safe, you too, and make sure you also wash your hands. I've got lots of hand gel and making sure that I'm clean because I've got a young baby in the house, so my wife makes me do that. But for everyone else who joined, it has been a pleasure having you all here. Do please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will be back in a few days' time doing another one. Thank you.